All right, here we are with Mike Hebron during the Coach Camp Europe. Hello, Mike.
Morning.
Yeah,
Morning.
it was a pleasure to meet you.
No, the pleasure was mine. It's one of the reasons, advantages I get to when I get to travel is I get to meet some great golf professionals from all over the world.
Yeah, it was a surprise to actually see you here in the audience. I was actually the first one who picked you up. Nobody knew you were here, and I came up to Dana asking, "Is that Michael Hebron?" He's like, "Whoa, yes, that's him. How did you pick him up?" So once again, thanks for giving me your time. I have one quick question in regards coaching. If you could give me two things to keep in mind that, in your opinion, are the most important while coaching.
Well, I like the word coaching, not teaching.
Yeah,
I think
so do I.
teaching and learning are two different things.
Yes,
Two big ideas.
yes,
Uh, discover what the players' ideas are first. How are they trying to get to Main Street? How are they trying to cook cookies? How are they trying to play golf? And often they describe something that's pretty acceptable. And often they describe something that you might consider having them think about differently.
okay,
As I said, sometimes they describe something that's pretty acceptable, but they're not quite doing it. And I like to use the word different, not better. If I take a putt and miss it, and then I make the next one, was the next one better or different? It was different.
yes,
And the first putt is really my coach, because the second one was either longer or shorter or left or right. So I like to have people understand outcomes are unworkable, not unwanted,
yeah,
unworkable. I don't like to call them poor. I don't like to call them mistakes. They just didn't work out. And we have to do it different. I feel the word better, really, things aren't better. It's not a better shirt. It's not a better restaurant. It's different,
sure,
which helps you understand which direction you want to go in. And then the other advice big advice I would do, if somebody was doing this and you wanted them to learn that, never talk about this. Only bring up what you want them to do. Have a very positive, I call it positive golf. It's something I trademark, but positive golf talks about what you want to do, not what you want to fix. And always keep in mind the positive approach as opposed to the negative approach of talking about what to fix. Fixing isn't learning. In a teaching environment, a 30 handicapper would be given maybe several things to fix. In a learning environment, a 30 handicapper has nothing to fix. He or she is just developing. Things haven't matured yet, and we don't think about them as things to fix, but things to grow, develop, and learn.
understood. So coming back to what to show and what not to show, what to talk about and what not to talk about, would you ever use a video to pinpoint the difference in a movement or
Well,
where you want the player to get to?
that's an interesting question. At one time, I was considered a very technical coach,
Yes,
and when people weren't making progress, I was receiving attention and awards for my work, and I discovered what was missing was ideas about learning.
yeah,
And in a learning environment, I don't use film. I use mirrors occasionally and have people stand in front of the mirror. I might say, do you like A or do you like B? Do you like A or do you like B? And I give people choices on what they would like. If we took somebody to a ski school or to an ice skating rink that never skied before, or never ice skated before, and say, who would you like to ski like one day, or who would you like to ice skate? They always pick out orthodox. They always pick out somebody good. So what I take from that is that they don't need a teacher. They need a referee of what's relevant, a traffic cop for ideas, because they're getting ideas from magazines and their buddies and golf pros. and it fills them with just so many ideas. And I think good coaching reduces the ideas that people think about. So I consider myself a referee of what's relevant, or a traffic cop for ideas, not a teacher.
Okay, okay, perfect. So you said you were heavily involved with technical
At one time,
instruction.
I'm golf machine trained, and
Yeah.
I don't think I could do my job without being golf machine trained. It's been very, very helpful. But at one time, people would hear technical things from me. Today, they don't. It's more general information.
So you could say you still give them technical advice without using technical words?
I wouldn't say it that way. The person might say it that way. I use no technical words or advice anymore.
Okay, perfect. Thanks very much for your time, and hopefully we can one day see you in Poland during our PGA school conference. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.